So we were discussing about ways of visiting all the nodes or processing all the nodes in a binary tree. We had discussed about three basic ways. One is called in-order traversal, when the left subtree is traversed first, then the root node, and then the right subtree. In pre-order traversal, it is first the data part, the information part in the root node is traversed or actually processed. Then the left subtree is visited and processed. In one word, basically traversed. And then the right subtree is traversed. In post-order traversal, it is first traversing the left subtree, then the right subtree, then the root data. The information part of the root data is processed. So just to give you a recap, so we have drawn this tree. So the in-order traversal was basically 3, 5, 6, 7. So basically 3, 5, 6, 7, then 11, 12, 13, 15. The pre-order traversal was basically 7, basically as the root data, information part of the root data is traversed or processed first. So it will start with 7 getting printed. So pre-order will be 7, 3, and then 6, then 5, then the right subtree, which is 13, then 11, then 12, then 15. And for the post-order traversal, first the left subtree will be traversed, then the right subtree, and then the root. So for this tree, the post-order traversal will start from first printing the node 5, because root will be starting from here, and as we will be traversing the left subtree first, the root will be coming here. Again, root will be coming here to the left of this. But as it is null, so root will be coming in the right subtree. Then for this, when we will be considering this as the root, again the left will be the pointer will be set to the left subtree, and then again to the left subtree, which is null, right subtree, which is again null. So the root, so basically the 5 will be printed. Then for this tree, left subtree is traversed, right subtree is null. So then the root will be traversed. So basically it will be 5, 6, then 3, and then basically 12, 11, then 15, 13, and 7. So we have discussed this. So in the last class, what we started discussing is how to make a non-recursive version of a recursive function. So we talked about how to make the pre-order traversal, how to make the non-recursive version of the pre-order traversal. While discussing that, we started with discussing that recursions always use a stack to keep track of the local variables. And we had written one code where we had changed the initial stack data structure that we have written to implement, specifically to implement these functions. And keeping the present scenario in mind, that is when the information part is basically the nodes of this binary tree, we had changed the code to accommodate a BT node type here. So I hope you can remember that. So we had changed the corresponding push, pop, and empty stack functions. Basically, empty stack function was not needed to be changed, but this push and pop needed to be changed for this when we'll be accommodating some BT node type pointers. All right. So we had actually discussed step by step on how to make this non-recursive version of the pre-order traversal. So in pre-order traversal, let me have a recap. So first root data will be processed, then the left subtree, then the right subtree. So what we had done is we had initially created one stack which will be empty. Then while true, unless there is some forcible break applied from the, imposed from the body of the while loop, this will be an infinite loop. Okay. And so basically there were, we have discussed about this while loop where we will be checking whether the root is null or not. And if the root is not null, we need to process the root data. We have processed the root data. Basically what we will be, as we have discussed, So in this course, by processing, we'll be referring to the fact of referring to the statement or referring to the operation of printing the information part or the data part stored in the corresponding node. So after processing the root, we need to push the root. Why we need to push the root? As we have discussed. If we consider this as the current root, so the left subtree containing this, the right subtree containing the address to this. So we will be changing the root pointer from here to here, but we need to come back to the right subtree as well. So that's why we need to push it. We need to push, even though we have already processed the root, we need to push the whole node containing the root data, so that we can, after completing the traversal of the left subtree, we can come back and traverse the right subtree. That's why we need to push the root data, and then we just need to change the root to point to the left subtree of the whole tree. And this is the condition from which we'll be checking whether the traversal is completed or not. And if the traversal is completed, the stack will be empty. And then only, as you can see, this is an infinite loop. So from this statement, we need to actually impose this forcible break statement, so that after completion, the execution breaks from this while loop, this outer while loop. And else, if the root is null, but the stack is not empty, then what we need to do is we need to apply one pop operation, which will be taking out the root of the tree, root of the basically the root of the last traversed tree. As you can see, it will be the root of the last traversed tree, because this operation is getting executed. That means for this root, the left subtree has already been completely traversed. Now of course the root node, this node is actually traversed or basically processed in the beginning. So now what we need to do is we need to traverse the right subtree of this node. So that's why of this root node. So that's why we need to pop this, and then we need to set the root to the right subtree of this previous root. Now let's try to write this code. All right, this was the code that we were writing to make the tree. So if I just execute it, oops, I had some. So basically what we had done is we had pointed out this stack here. I mean, we had this stack we had already created in the last class. I'm facing some error. Top. So basically what is need, I mean, what we had done is, I mean, what I had copied is I had copied this stack code that we had changed from integer to this info into this INIT that we had started writing. So let's see what we have done wrong in this code. So I think, oh, okay. So sorry, need to change this. Yeah. So what we need to do is we need to have this BT node declaration in the beginning. Now still there are some errors. As you can see, I have not defined the top yet. So I need to define the top. I think I have defined it somewhere else in the down. No, well, okay. So I had declared the top here along with the stack declaration. So as you can see here, why am I getting this error? Because here in this code, the top is defined here, and from this line, I am actually trying to access the top. So that's why it is giving me this error that the top is undeclared in this 17th number line. What we need to do is we need to put this above this. And then you can see the compilation finished successfully. Now let's try to show, earlier we have written the in-order, pre-order and post-order traversal in the recursive manner. Now what we will be doing is we will be following this algorithm to write the corresponding code. Okay, so what we need to do is, so let's try to write that. So void say pre-order recursive. What we need to provide is again the BT node root. For the first time when we will be calling this function, we need to pass the root of the tree, the whole tree. Now as you can see, what we need to do is we need to create a stack, which we have already done here. So creating a stack, that means I need to just create this top pointer to be set to null, because when the top is null, I mean, theoretically we know top null means the stack is empty, but practically, I mean, if we have a top equals to null, how is it pointing? I mean, how is it actually referring to the fact that there is actually a stack? Can someone say? Again, I'm repeating the question. Theoretically, we know that when top is null, the stack is empty. But practically, how this top equals to null is actually referring to the fact that the stack is actually empty. Or actually there is a stack, because we are just declaring one variable, one pointer variable of that type stack. Anyone?
Sir, if there is no address, then it will be empty stack, right?
Right. And how am I mean, how is it ensured that it is actually referring, I mean, actually there is a stack. That means
Because if top has to exist, there has to be a stack. Otherwise, there will be no top. So it will give error.
yeah, but I mean the explanation behind this is when the top is null, actually what this is actually meaning is we have one pointer to this data structure that we have defined, this abstract data type, and a pointer to that abstract data type is set to null. Now, as we have defined this function, we can actually change the top and we can actually create one node. So here in this 3 lines, or specifically in this 4 lines, what we are doing is we are creating one node of this information type, right? This BT node type, which I am referring to as info. So by this 4 lines, we are actually making one node of this type. And we are initializing that one passed node, and we are changing the top. So the fact, I mean, the statement top equals to null is specifying that there is actually a stack which is null, basically due to the fact that this function or this code is accompanied with this push function. Because here in this push, I am actually making as individual nodes, and then I am setting the top to point to that node or some other way around, like in this case. So that's why in this way, the stack, I mean, specifying top equals to null of this node type would actually is actually specifying that there is a stack, but the stack is presently empty. Okay, so coming back to the algorithm again, so create a stack. So that means whenever I have declared this, I have already created a stack. So that part is done. So now I need to impose this while true, and then while root is, so let's go step by step. So while true, so while true, how can I write that? How can I write that in C? In Python, there is a statement called true. You know that. But in C, how to define while true?
Sir, you have used a macro, right? At the above, I think.
Very nice. I have used a macro to define true, all capitals, to specify the value 1 and false to 0. So you are absolutely correct. We can use this true here, or we can use a simple 1 here as well, because this true is actually specifying that this true, I mean, while pre-processing, this true will be replaced by 1, as I have defined this macro. Okay, so let's move ahead. Then what we need to do is we need to check while the root is not null. As you can see, that while the root is not null. So while the root is not null, and now what we need to do is we need to process the root. And as we have said, processing means for this course will be referring to the fact of printing the corresponding data part. So let's write, say, the processed node %d, new line, and then what we need to print, can someone say? So basically it will be root data, isn't it? All right. Now the next part is we need to push the root. So what we need to do is we just need to push the root. And then we need to set the new root to the left of the present root. As you can see from here, root equals to root left. This will be done. This while loop is done. Now we need to check whether the tree is empty, the stack is empty or not. So to do that, we have already defined this empty stack function, which is checking whether the top is null or not. If it is null, it is returning true. That means empty stack returning true means the stack is actually empty. So what we need to do is we need to call this empty stack function. And as you can see, I can write empty stack equals to true, or I can just leave it like this as well. So by default, this will be considered this as true when this is returning a true value. So if stack if stack is empty, what we need to do is we need to pop. As you can see, we need to apply this root equals to pop. So root equals to pop. This will be popping one value. Oh, sorry, extremely sorry. Empty stack means the traversal has completed, isn't it? Extremely sorry. Stack is empty means traversal is completed. So printf traversal completed. And then what we need to do is we need to impose this forcible break to break out of this infinite loop. So we need to place this break, and else. That means the stack is not empty. In that case, what we need to do is we need to apply one pop operation, as you can see from here. So root equals to pop. And we need to set root to the right subtree of the present subtree, root subtree. So it will be this, like this. So we have exactly implemented this function, this non-recursive version of this function. Now let's try to let's execute this. So at present, I am just making this in order, pre-order, and post-order, which are written as recursive. So you can see the output. Now let's call this function, say printf non-recursive. This is I am writing as pre-order traversal. And then what we need to do is we need to call this function that we have written, which is called pre-order non-recursive. pre-order non-recursive, and we need to pass the root of the tree. So now if I execute, let's place one new line character here as well. There is one error which is saying that void value not ignored, as it should not be giving an error, but let's see. So in this line, it is giving me one error which is specifying that void value not ignored, that is ought to be. So in the pop function, what we have written, let's see. Okay, extremely sorry. I need to change this pop. So to what I need to change this pop? I actually copied this from the integer data. So when changing, I forgot to change this void. So basically, pop will be returning the last, the last element or the topmost element, right? So basically, what mention is giving the star here. So what we need to do is we need to declare this bt node, say rate node or return node, to be returned node. And if the stack is empty, we need to return null. So after popping, what I am expecting is I want to return the topmost element that was there. So what we need to do is, so this item is popped. Now I need to set this rate node to point to the top info, because I want to get the individual elements, and the type of the individual element is bt node. So that's why I am taking this rate node equals to basically the node that I want to return as the top info. So there are basically three parts. So top info and basically two parts, top info and top next. Top info is basically one, of this type. So I'm actually returning the top info altogether. And now what we need to do is I need to apply this return, this rate node. Is it clear to everyone? Why have I changed this? Why should I need, pop function should be having one return function, a return type, because it is actually popping or removing the topmost element from the stack, and eventually it will be also returning the value. That's why I need to impose this. Now if I execute this, oh, okay, so I have written this popped, whatever I am popping, I was actually popping it, I was actually printing it. So let's just comment this out, because otherwise you can see this, the popped element are constantly getting stored. Now you can see, so the non-recursive version I have called. So I have written this processed node. You can see I'm getting the same order as this: 7, 3, 6, then 5, then 13, then 11, then 12, then 15. So in this way, we can actually implement one non-recursive version of this pre-order traversal. Any question? Okay, I hope I was able to make you understand this. Now let's move ahead. Now, to make the in-order traversal, you can see from the pre-order traversal, it is basically, so in the pre-order traversal, it is basically accessing the root data, then left subtree, then right subtree, isn't it? But for the in-order traversal, it is basically left, root, and right, isn't it? Earlier, as I have said, earlier it was root, left, right. So process the root data, traverse the left subtree, traverse the right subtree. For in order, it is left, root, right. So how will I be able to make the corresponding non-recursive version? Can someone say, I just need to change 2 lines in this code, in this algo? Please help me, or please try to say that how to do that. So this was the pre-order traversal. I was applying this process the route here, and then I was going to the left, then going to the right after popping. But here, what I need to do? It's pretty easy. So basically, what we need to do is yeah, please go ahead. Go ahead.
We need to process the root in the else statement after popping.
In the here, exactly. You are absolutely correct. So what we need to do is we need to take this process the root statement from here to here after this popping, so in between these two. So we need to pop the root node, the topmost node stored in the stack. Then we need to process the root, and then so I mean after when we place this process here, that so I'm talking about the in-order traversal. So the left subtree is processed. Now I want to process the root, and then I will be processing the right subtree. So it will be root equals to s dot pop or s equals to root equals to pop, then process the root, and then root equals to root arrow right, like in this case. So it's exactly the same, just this process root has been taken from here to here. So I hope you will be able to implement this based on this function that we have written already. I mean, based on the code that I have written here. So please try to write that on your own. This will be useful for the exams as well. And if you face any difficulty while writing this, please let me know. And for the post-order traversal. So the post-order traversal, it is left, right, root, right? So basically, the order is left, then right, then root. Then how, or let me ask you the question, what data structure should be used to make this non-recursive, make this a non-recursive version? So let me tell you this is actually not as trivial as we have discussed about pre-order and in-order. So for doing this, one stack would not be sufficient. Why? So what I need to do? I need to process this, I need to process this, then only I will be processing this. So I need to add the nodes. So for example, I need to add this, then I need to add the left, then I need to, so basically not a, so after this, I mean, I'm not actually processing this, I'll be processing this last, at the last time. I mean, while the whole left and right subtree had already been processed or traversed, I need to process this. So immediately after that, before that, what I need to process is I need to process 13. So if we consider the trees containing only these three nodes, 7, 3, and 13, so the order of the post-order traversal we know is, so basically left 13, then right, sorry, left 3, right 13, and then root 7. So as you can see, this is processed last, and before that this is processed, and first of all this is processed. So basically this order should be this. So I will ask you to try this on your own a little bit as well. This is not as easy as this in order or pre-order, as I have said. But if you try this, you will actually, I mean, enjoy the whole concept much more. So basically, it will be very, very interesting to write this, write the non-recursive version of this post-order tree traversal. So again, if you face any difficulty in writing the algorithm, first you just try to write the corresponding algorithm like the one that I am writing here, like this one. So try to write the corresponding algorithm, and later on try to write the corresponding code to implement this algorithm. And this another tree traversal is called level order traversal. So for the level order traversal, what I am referring to is, so we know these are the levels. So 0, 1, 2, 3, these are the levels of the tree. So so for the level order traversal, what we need to the order in which this node will be traversed is like first this. So it will be starting from here. Then I'll be coming to here. So 7, then 3, 13, then coming back to 6, 11, 15, and then coming to the last level, that is 12, so 15 and 12, 5 and 12. So in this way, the level order traversal should be should be happening. So basically for this tree, the level order traversal will be 7, 3, 7, 3, 13, then 6, then 11, then 15, then 5, then 12. So basically the pseudocode or the kind of algorithm is process the root data, and while the traversing the level, individual levels, so level 0, level 1, level 2, and 3, we need to traverse the left subtree, we need to traverse the right subtree. Now again, this is not as tough. So let me ask you, what data structure should we be using? So note that level order traversal I am referring to 7, 3, 13. It can be 7, 13, 3 as well. I mean, it can be the other way around as well. Like, so maybe this is another level order traversal. This is also called zigzag traversal, as you can see, zigzag. First right, then left, then again right, and so on. But this traversal that I have written is entirely based on going from left to right. But here I'm going from right to left, then again left to right, then again right to left. So basically a zigzag. So what data structure should we be using? So basically, let me help you with this. I mean, understanding this a little bit, then you will be writing this again on your own. Then again, if you face any difficulty, I can help you with that. So basically, the data structure that we should be using is not a stack here. We'll be using one queue. So for queue, we know, so there will be 2 pointers. One is front and one is rear. So whenever we'll be putting, so basically, as you can see, after 7, I am actually visiting this 13. So 13 will be placed. So 7 will be placed. Then 13 will be placed. So rear is this. Oh, sorry, in the other order it should be placed. So first, basically, oh no, I'm actually writing right here. 7 is placed, 13 is placed, and then 3 is placed. And then from the front end, so rear is here presently. So from the front end, 7 will be removed. Then 13 will be removed, and 7 will be removed. I mean, after removing 7, 13 and 3 will be inserted. Then after removing 13, we should be placing these two. So basically, after popping 13, we need to insert 11 and 15 in the queue. And the new rear will be here. This is not the present rear. This is also not. So now the present front is here. So after removing from the queue, it will be actually processed. So 7 processed, then 13 processed, then 3 will be taken from or removed from the queue. So 3 will be processed, and after removing or processing 3, we need to place the right subtree, or if there is a left subtree also, we need to place that inside the queue. And then the front, after removing this, the front will be coming to here, and the new layer will be coming to here. So that's why we need to, so as you can see, whenever I'm traversing or I'm visiting one node, the subtree of that node will be visited later, not immediately. That's why one stack will not be sufficient. Because in stack, if we place, say, in this order 7, 13, and 3, then 3 will be traversed first and it will be going in the depth. So in 3 will be popped and 6 will be placed, then 6 will be popped, then 5 will be placed. So it will be, the traversal order will be in the, based on this depth. But we want to go through the breadth of the tree. So this is also called breadth first search. So we'll be discussing that a little bit. So you got the impression, right? How will you be able to write this? Anyone, any question?
Sir, can you explain again? And what do you mean by particularly data? What data structure should be used?
Yeah, data structure means, so earlier for this post order or this in order or pre-order traversal that we have written, we had used a stack data structure to contain the individual nodes. Glad that you asked the question. So by using of data structure, I mean to make the non-recursive version of the recursive function of in order or pre-order, we had used this stack data structure. But as I have discussed here, stack would not be the correct option, because the stack works in this first in first out last in first out order, right? So whichever put in the last will be popped from the, or whichever pushed whichever element pushed last will be popped first. So last in first out. Sorry, are you understanding this?
Yes, sir.
So why we are not, why we should not be using this stack? Is it clear to everyone? Please respond a bit.
Yes.
And what about using of this queue? Is it clear to you?
No, sir. If that's what you can repeat.
Sorry. Okay.
Sir,
So you want to ask again? You want me to explain this again, right?
yes.
Okay. So let's come to this. Okay, this is clear now. So the order. So let's consider this order. So I need to first visit 7, then 3, 13, and then so basically you can see 7 is processed, then the immediate left subtree is processed, right subtree is processed, basically left subchild is processed, right subchild is processed, then the right subchild of the child that we have visited before, not the immediately with the last one, is processed. So immediately the last child that I have processed of this tree is 13, but I am processing 6. And then I am processing this 11 and 12. So if I consider a large tree as well, so like this, so first this will be processed, then say this will be processed. So basically 1, then 2, then 3, then this will be the 4th one, this will be the 5th one, this will be the 6th one, this will be the 7th one, and so on, 8th and 9th. So as you can see, I am traversing all the nodes in the same level. So that's why it is called level order traversal. But to get all the nodes, so consider a full binary tree containing all the nodes in all the levels, containing all the nodes possible in all the levels. Right. So this will be the first level, 0th level. This will be the, so basically in this way we should be traversing. So you can see after traversing this, I should be traversing this, and there is no connection between these two. So what we need to do is we need to place this individually in some stack or in some data structure, not stack, so that we can, after traversing this, we can traverse individually this, then we can traverse individually by the level, I mean, by the level wise, the nodes we will be able to traverse. So we need some kind of data structure that will serve the purpose. So the corresponding, I mean, data structure should be, so it will be the last in, last out. So as you can see, Q, as you know that Q is the last in, last out. So as you can see, this will be the first, this will be the second. So if I put this in this order, I am online, right? Okay. So 1, 2, 3. So as you can see, after processing, so 1 is processed, then 2 is processed, then 3 is processed, then 4 is processed. But earlier we have seen that, I mean, processing, I mean, changing the processing of the node from parent to child, there should have been a one relation. I mean, should have been one direct connection for in order or pre-order. So for this in order or pre-order, what we have done is we have considered this root node to take the right and left subtree, or right or left pointer that are stored in left and right field of the node. But here, what we need to do is after 3, I need to process this, and the and the confusion comes here. So after 4, 5, 6, and 7, we should be processing this node, right? So we should be having 1. So basically, as you can see, after 7, I am processing the left subtree of 4, right? And then completing this, I am processing the left and right subtree of 5. So when we have, I mean, we should be keeping one data structure in which these should be placed in a way that the last in will be the last out. So after 2 and 3 is processed, I am getting 4. So this was, I mean, when we have put this, so 1, 2, 3, 4 was last. So after we have completed 1, 2, and 3, then only 4 will be processed. And after 7 is processed, so basically the order in which it should be placed in the data structure is like this. So as you can see, the child of, or the left and right child of 4 are 8 and 9, let's say. So after completion of say 7 or 8, then only I am processing basically 8 and 9. Basically 8 and 9 are child of 4, right? And 7 is a child of, and basically 6 and 7, these two are child of 3. So basically what I want to say is, every time whenever we are processing one node, we should be placing their child in a data structure so that they will be processed later on after traversing all the child of the nodes that we have processed earlier. So as you can see in this tree, the 4 and 5 basically is the child of 2. So the child of 3, which is 6 and 7, will be processed only if 4 and 5 are processed. So that's why I need to keep one data structure in which, although I am processing 2 first, I am processing their childs later on, but they are before the child of 3. So 2 and 3 are in the same level. They are processed back to back. 4, 5, 6, 7 in the same level, but they are processed in the order of their parent, or the order in which their parents are traversed. So 4 and 5 are traversed here. First, before processing of 6 and 7, before the 6 and 7, because the parent of 4 and 5 is 2, and 2 is traversed before 3. That's why 6 and 7 is processed later, and 4 and 5 is processed before 6 and 7. So that's why we need to keep one queue. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
All right, we are already running late. So yeah, please write this corresponding algorithm and try to implement that as well. So displaying a tree. So we have already tried to display the tree in some manner that in which we will be able to see the tree in some way, so like the one we have written here. But earlier I have said that I'll be deferring the discussion for later on. So let's discuss this, how to display a tree. So what we can do is we can, as we have discussed earlier briefly, so we can take this tree. So considering the screen of our monitor, the cursors are traversed in this manner. First line left to right, second line left to right, and so on. So, and another thing is tree will be growing from top to bottom, right? So if I do not consider removing of the node, so basically if you insert or if you add one node, it will be inserted in some place here or some place here, or in the downward direction. So that's why I am specifying that the tree will grow from the top down manner. So and the tree node looks like this: left, data, and right. So there are actually, we have seen while discussion of the traversal, based on this DR and L, we could have processed, or we could have traversed all the nodes, and we actually have traversed a tree, all the nodes in a tree in different ways. But how to display this tree? We discussed that we need to, and one way of displaying this properly in the screen is we need to make this tree 90-degree. Rotate this tree 90-degree in the anti-clockwise direction. Then it will look like this. Now the point is, why am I doing this? Because the tree will be growing in this direction then. Earlier the tree was growing in this direction, now the trees will be going in this direction. And if we handle the labels, so basically these were the labels earlier, now the labels had become vertical. So if we adjust, or if we handle the labels in the proper way, we can manage this. Now you will be answering. So we have already seen that this DR and L, based on this, we have seen there are 6 ways of traversing a tree. So for this root left right, this we have already seen. This is basically, which traversal is this? Root left right. Please, you know that. Come on, man. So which traversal is root left right? It's preorder. And we have also discussed that this is another variant where we traverse root right left. So here in this is the left root right, which is basically in order. And this left right root is basically post order, isn't it? Now, which one of this should we be using to get the nodes in this label manner, or this vertically labeled manner. First, we need to take this, then we'll be, oh, extremely sorry, I misplaced this rotation. So it should be in the other way around. I mean, this 15 should be above. So extremely sorry, forget it. So let's just consider this. So basically, the tree I have already written here. So let's draw it here. So 15, then 13, 11, then 12, and then 7, then 3, then 6, then 5. So I hope you can understand this. So which traversal should we be using?
RDL.
Very nice.
Order.
Very nice. We should be traversing the root data, sorry, the right subtree, then the root data, then the left subtree. So this should be the right way to traverse in this manner. So first this, then this, and so on. So again, I mean misplaced this. This should be going in here, and this should be going here. So basically, the way I should have been writing this is, so in the in-order traversal, we know, so this is basically one variant of the in-order traversal, isn't it? So in in-order traversal, I traverse left, then data, then right, and here I need to process or traverse the right, then data, then left. So if I look at the in-order traversal, what we need to do is, so if I just want to change this, so basically I need to change this to, I mean, first I'll be going to the right. Let's just quickly write this as well. I'm running a little bit late. Right, and then this will be left. And based on this, we will be getting the nodes in this manner. So if the root is, so first it will be right, then root data, then left, then right. So basically the order will be 15, 13, then 11, 12, then 11, then 7, then it will be 5, then 6, then 3. Now what we need to do is we need to place this in some manners so that we can manage this orders and of the vertical levels. So let's discuss this tomorrow.